Welcome to the party!
Let me check the list. Yep, you're on it.
Hang on for the loop!
3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
As you can clearly see, I'm nope.
Oh, oopsie.
Yes,
Hold
right
on.
there.
Whoop, there we
There
go.
you go.
Oh, shoot.
I'm Ricky.
I'm Jamie.
And we have been talking a lot about who we are and who we're not.
And today we're going to talk about labels we sometimes collect.
Now raise your hand if you have ever been called a name. Let's dive in. Jamie.
Yes.
What names have you been called?
So the name that I like the least is chicken legs. It made me really insecure. I felt like I couldn't wear shorts. And I also loved being a cheerleader in grade school and junior high. And I was very insecure about showing my legs when I wore my cheerleading outfit.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I was called Ricky Tiki Tavi, based off of the mongoose that I had no knowledge of. It's not that they called me Ricky Tiki Tavi, it's the way in which they said it.
Oh, like a mocking.
Yeah, in a teasing manner.
Ricky Tiki Tavi.
That's
Something like
exactly
that.
what they
Oh
said,
shoot,
Jamie.
I'm sorry.
Rhyming can be hurtful sometimes, you know?
You know, Ricky,
Yeah.
the Bible has an out of the ordinary description of who we are.
Yeah. And to hear more about that, let's hear from our good friend Jason. Do we have any aloe tissues?
Hey, Luke, do you know who I am? I mean, I know Ricky and Jamie just said I'm your good friend Jason, but do you really know who I am? So when I was a kid, I went to a new school, and some of the kids started calling me fat kid names. I was like, man, is that who I am? So I go shopping with my mom, and for jeans, and you know how jeans have that label on the back? Well, the label on my jeans would say Husky. And I was like, maybe that is who I am. And then I was like, man, some skinny rich guy sitting in a shiny office somewhere thinks that's a good idea to put Husky on my jeans? That's like walking around with a fat joke on my waist all the time. Do you ever get called names? So there's a story in the Bible about a guy who gets called a lot of names. He got called short and sinner and wealthy and chief tax collector. And back then in the Bible, chief tax collector meant like the chief of cheating at everything and lying and sneaking and being greedy with candy and everything, all the bad stuff. That's a lot of names, a lot of labels, but do we really know who we're talking about? His name was Zacchaeus. And this is how his story goes in Luke 19, 1 through 10. Basically, he hears Jesus is coming into town. So he runs way ahead of the crowds. He finds a tree, and remember, he's short, so he climbs up the tree just so he can see Jesus. And then everything changes when Jesus sees him. Kind of like everything always changes when Jesus sees you. And Jesus looks at it, and he says, "Oh there, shorty, you sure went out on a limb." No, Jesus didn't say that. He said, "Zacchaeus, you must come down immediately. I'm coming to your house today." I'm like, wait a second. How did Jesus know his name? Nobody told Jesus Zacchaeus' name. He just already knew it, who he was. Kind of like he already knows who you are. And so I Googled Zacchaeus' name. It means pure. Jesus looked at the cheater of everything, this thief, and he called him pure. Just like he's looking at you, and he sees you, and he knows who you really are. And that's a very good thing.
911 emergency services. What's your emergency?
Yeah, this is embarrassing. Well, I got myself into a real pickle here.
What's the emergency?
What's the phrase? I'm up a tree without a ladder.
I don't think that's a phrase.
Well, I was looking to get up higher, so I climbed up a tree, and now I'm good and stuck.
Can you hop down?
No, I'm a wee little man.
What's that, sir?
I'm a wee little man. I mean, I'm pretty short, and it's a long drop, so if you could send a ladder or a man with a trampoline.
We don't do trampoline stunts. What's your location?
Yeah, I'm in a sycamore tree way high up.
There are a lot of sycamore trees.
Wait, Jesus is coming.
Oh, sir,
He sees me. He's looking right at me, staring me down. What do I do?
Stay calm.
Am I supposed to wave back?
Don't wave.
Okay, I think he just said my name. I've got to find a trampoline or a way out of this
Sir,
tree.
do not try to find a trampoline. He hung up.
All right, now we are going to be doing the Tin Can Challenge.
Tin Can Challenge.
All right, so in the Tin Can Challenge, we are talking about losing our labels. So we've got some cans that have lost their labels. Let's find out what's inside. Spin the wheel and take a bite. We get a point if we swallow a spoonful of what's inside, the person with the most points after 3 spins does not have to eat a spoonful of whatever is in the super can. There's a super can.
Ew.
Give it a spin!
It's like an airplane or something. All right, let's do this. See if you go into it with a positive attitude. Yay!
What's
I think they're clementines. I think that's what they're called. Okay. All right, go, Ricky, go.
Canned pizza. Let's go. Okay, go on in. Dive on in.
Oh, is it bad?
Doesn't smell great. It does not smell great. All right, let's take a look. I can't. This looks like.
It looks like brains.
No, like bean sprouts looks like just straight up mold. Okay, if this is what's in this can, whatever's in the super can has to be worse. All right, let's get this spoon.
Chew it on up, swallow it on down, chew it on, down. Oh, it's so gross. Oh, yay!
My body rejected that.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Now the point, I'm counting on coming back with something. Hopefully, you get something worse. All right.
Okay, great. All right. Oh, I think it's just tomato soup. Doesn't it smell like tomato soup?
If this is SpaghettiOs, I'm going to be livid.
It is. Oh, it is baked
beans.
beans.
Are those barbecue beans?
Is that what they're called? You normally eat
Barbecue
these at...
baked
oh,
beans was. I'm so.
I actually don't like them.
It's
What?
come on.
Oh, it's Dr. Pepper baked beans.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Ugh. What's it gonna be?
All right.
Oh,
Peas and carrots.
we go together like peas and carrots.
Peas and carrots. Yeah. Yeah.
How is it? It's so-so. Spin! Spin. Pop it open. Oh, I don't know what that is, but it looks really gross.
It's probably clams.
Oh, this is potatoes.
Potatoes?
I think this is potato. Oh, gross. I left my dang spoon in the baked beans. Now I'm gonna have baked bean potato. I ate the potato. Yay, I won! I'm so excited.
Okay, no, Jamie, the card specifically said after each of us does 3 spins, okay? And maybe it will redeem me. Okay, here
Okay.
we go. Well, that's red stuff just oozing out of the lid of the can. Ugh.
What? Is it pickled something?
Just smell that, Jamie. Just smell that. All right. Let's just get.
It's oozing out the can.
Yeah. There's a chunk of something in. It's like green. It's chickeny. It's. I don't even know.
Oh, there's like an alien in there. Is it like a
That's a
bunny?
fish. That is a fish.
There's a fish.
This is a fish. This is a piece of fish. You know what? I understand what's happening. There's a big mistake. This is cat food. This is obviously cat food that you guys got mixed up in this human food challenge.
Holy mackerel.
All right, just bring on the super can. I'll take it. It's just okay.
Oh, you have to open it too.
Before we go into super can, let's talk to Jason so I can get prepared for this.
So eating food with all kinds of people was kind of a big deal to Jesus. People with all sorts of different labels, like unclean and unloved and smelly fishermen, and all sorts of people like Zacchaeus, chief tax collector. And then there was another group of people in the Bible who loved to label those kinds of people. And they loved their label, which was Pharisee. Pharisees tried to get invited by doing everything perfect, everything right, all the time, everything clean. And so when Jesus started inviting people like Zacchaeus to lunch, they were like, you can't do that. They're trying to get invited by doing everything right, and Jesus is inviting people who are doing everything wrong. That's because Jesus knew you can't earn your worth. So one time, the Pharisees actually invite Jesus to dinner. And before you get too excited, it's actually like this rigged pop quiz, where they're trying to get Jesus to give the wrong answers, so they have a reason to kill him. That's how Pharisees do party invites. Man, that's messed up. But Jesus, like he does, he still goes to their party. He sits down at their table, and he looks across at one of the Pharisees. This is in Luke 14, 12 through 14. He looks across at him and he says, next time you put on a dinner, don't just invite your friends. He's looking around at the other people at the table. And family and rich neighbors. He looks at that guy over there. The kind of people who will return the favor. Invite some people who will never get invited out. The misfits from the wrong side of the tracks. Jesus did have a guest list, and everyone was on it, because Jesus knew you can't earn your worth. So Jesus wants everybody invited, no matter what the label is. Even husky kids, even Pharisees, even people you might label, even you.
Yeah. The creator gives purpose to creation. 10 out of 10 times, that's no fabrication. Yeah, you put them on trial with your silly allegations when you look like someone other than his image. You were made in my God. More than chromosomes and DNA. More than an evolutionary process anyway. More than the product of your environment, okay? Yeah, you a soul with a body, don't pretend you ain't. Demonstrate. You so addicted to their compliments. Or just a victim of your consciousness. The definition of rock bottom is thinking you won't need God to get you out of it. Don't let your feelings be the boss. When they so inconsistent, go ahead and really be in charge. When the God you're submitted, know that your will it won't be lost. When it's found and committed, so you will hit the applause from the ultimate witness, God. I know what it's like to be pulled out from a very dark place where the silence made a sound. And I know what it's like to hear him shout and then walk out of the grave. Brighter days may be found, yeah. You don't know who you are, but you don't know whose you are. Who are you? Who are you? You taking pics like a superstar, but you cover with some brutal scars.
Okay, Luke, let's read the Bible. Romans 12, 4 through 5. It says, just as our bodies have many parts, and each part has a special function, so it is with Christ's body. It's talking about the church, all of us. We are many parts of one body, and we all belong to each other. Here's what that's saying. We all fit in because we're different. So when Jesus was trying to tell the Pharisees how to do a party right, this is what he was trying to say. He wanted everyone invited because Jesus has saved a specific seat for everyone. That's what Jesus does. Jesus saves. So if you're different, congrats, you're in. You belong. You are invited. That's who you are. You don't have to climb up some tree like Zacchaeus to try to see Jesus. Jesus sees you, and he's coming to your house today. You don't have to put on some perfect but totally fake name tag like the Pharisees. And you know what? We can stop putting labels on other people too. Because your value doesn't increase or decrease based on what others might think or say about you. It comes from the ingredients that God used. And I'm starting to talk about Jesus right now. The ingredients that God used to make and to save you. So let's cut this name calling stuff. And let's see what God has to say about who you really are, about who I am. He says you're bright. He says you're upgraded. He says you are valuable. And you are invited.
Yay, I'm the winner! I don't have to eat whatever's in this guy.
All right, let's give it a spin. All right, Super Can. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna apologize ahead of time.
It's just gonna be a can of clams. I just have a sneaking
Can of clams.
suspicion. Okay. All right, let's go.
I'm so scared.
It's peaches! What a delightful surprise.
So this is what you get for putting a label on something. I thought it was gonna be something super disgusting, and it turned out to be a sweet can of peaches.
Me too. I thought that this was going to be horrible. I thought it was going to be super mackerel.
So remember, Jesus invites everyone to the party.
Yes, and you don't have to accept a label that's not yours. You belong.
We hope you remember that this week, and don't forget to
Enjoy the ride. That's peachy.
Peachy keen, jelly bean. There are some labels that I don't mind. Like my big sister calls me Goober, which means little peanut. I think it's super cute.
That's sweet. My mom calls me her ultimate subscriber.
I often get called the top commenter.
Aw. And I love it when my grandma calls me her little bell ringer.